Welcome to the RSO Officer Orientation. In this orientation, we will cover some important information as it pertains to registered student organizations or RSOs, such as resources, policies, funding opportunities, and getting started with PIN. All our 6 GSU campuses have a Student Life Office location. Find your office on campus and stop by anytime during office hours to get to know our staff on your campus. The Atlanta office is open from 8:30 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday through Thursday and from 8:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. on Friday. The PC office hours are Monday through Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 5:15 p.m. You may stop by in person or you can reach us via email at studentorganizations@gsu.edu or via phone at the phone numbers listed. Our role as an office is to oversee all student organization registrations and renewals, to provide general organization advising, to host various training courses, and to sponsor the student involvement fairs, among other things. There are several resources that are available to student organizations across all campuses. Located in your Student Life office, you can find large banner paper and button makers for use. Also available is free organization copying. You are allowed 50 color copies on the Atlanta campus or 10 color copies on a perimeter campus per week. Our leadership development team is available to give individualized group leadership training sessions. They require 2 weeks notice, but they can give a presentation on a variety of topics that cater to your organization. We also have student organization mailing available for use. If you would like to have organization-related mail delivered to your Student Life office, email studentorganizations@gsu.edu to request a mailbox. To pick up mail, visit your Student Life office and a staff member will assist you in getting it. Please follow tracking and be aware of when packages are arriving. Plan to pick up mail regularly. If you choose to use the student organization mailbox for organization-related mail, use the mailing addresses shown here for your respective campus. We encourage you to use the mailboxes so your organization has a central location for your organization's mail and to avoid having to switch addresses every time you switch officers. In addition to the resources available on all campuses, each campus also has their own unique resources, and here you will see a few of those that are available. Take a moment and get to know the free resources offered on your campus and how you can use them in your organization. Next, we will talk about reserving spaces on campus. Firstly, who can reserve space? In order to reserve space for an RSO, the primary contact for the organization must submit a reservation delegate form on PIN. Through this form, the primary contact can designate the students and advisors that are able to reserve space in the Atlanta Student Center, outdoor spaces and recreation services, and classrooms on behalf of your organization. If you choose to have food at any of your events, be sure to use the vendors that have been approved by Georgia State University, which usually requires receiving a copy of the vendor's contact information, business license, and proof of insurance. Check with the manager of the space or your Student Life office if you have any questions about approved vendors. For Atlanta-based RSOs, there are a variety of spaces and recreation areas that can be reserved on and off campus. Recreation Services oversees the Recreation Center, Panthers Recreation Complex, and Indian Creek Recreation Area. More information on the details in the various recreation areas can be found on the Recreational Services website. The Student Center Events Management Office oversees spaces such as meeting rooms, ballrooms, Veterans Memorial Hall, Dahlberg Hall, the West Exhibit Area, and Urban Life. For many of these spaces, there are fees associated with using non-built-in equipment such as laptops, microphones, and projectors. The fees vary depending on the equipment that you use. There are also spaces for RSOs to reserve so they can market and promote themselves. Each space has different guidelines and deadlines that can be found on the Events Management website, events.gsu.edu. If your organization would like to reserve classroom space, One of your reservation delegates must submit the request for a room to the registrar's office by emailing regreservation@gsu.edu. The reservation delegate should include all information about the event as listed on this slide. Once the request is processed, instructions will be sent to the reservation delegate and the person they listed to pick up the keys for the room. The university also has a special event and late night policy. If your event will end after 11 p.m. or will have more than 300 people in attendance, the special event/late night event packet must be completed. This packet is available in the form section on PIN and must be completed at least 30 days before your event. In this packet, you'll provide details about the event, including the type, date, start and end times, as well as any other information needed for this event. You will also provide your availability to schedule the security meeting, where the details provided in the packet will be reviewed and discussed. This meeting will also include the number of police officers that will be needed to be present for this event. Also keep in mind that promotion for this event is not permitted until the event has been approved at the security meeting. The Panther Involvement Network, or PIN, is our platform that we use to organize our RSOs. To get started, you create an individual profile using your Georgia State Panther ID and password, and then you join the organization that you are affiliated with. There is not an individual login for your organization. Some of the benefits of PIN include gaining positive exposure and being able to recruit new members. This is also how we officially communicate with our RSOs as an office. You can also organize your membership roster, important files, and other resources that you may have all on your PIN page. It is also a great way for you to promote your upcoming events. There are some important things to know about PIN. You are required to keep your organization's page updated at all times. This includes updating all officer and advisor contacts, as well as any changes to your constitution. You must maintain a roster of at least 5 members that are currently enrolled on your home campus, and you must always have an email address on file. This can be either a public email address for the organization, such as a Gmail account, or the email address of the primary contact. A new requirement this year is that RSOs must post all events in PIN and track student attendance. We'll discuss that more on the next slides. All organizations must post all events and meetings in PIN. When posting any events on PIN, please be sure to only post events that are confirmed and not anticipated. Also refrain from using any references to alcohol, as that violates the university posting policy. By putting things on PIN, you can increase your visibility and showcase your events. It is also important that you use one of the many available tools to track student attendance of your events on PIN. Also, please be aware if you plan on using university funding for an event, it must be approved by your fee council administrator prior to spending any funds. The university expects organizations to track student attendance at all events. Attendance information is used in making decisions about funding allocations for following years, so it is important that it's done consistently. The Event Check-in app is the best way to track attendance at in-person events. There is a specific training video posted on the RSO Resources PIN page on how to use the app. Each Student Life office has pull-up banners available for checkout that help students pull up their personal event pass so your RSO can scan them in at the door. For online events, PIN creates a unique URL for each event that can be copied and pasted into any online platform's chat. When members click the link, they are brought to the events page on PIN, and they are automatically marked as attended in PIN. You can also manually enter a member's GSU student email directly into PIN. The Student Life team offers training twice a month to teach students how to use PIN. You can find these trainings listed in the events section in PIN. We also have how-to documents that are always available to you that are listed on our RSO Resources PIN page. All student organizations must register with the university every year. The re-registration deadline for student organizations is May 1st each year. The registration is an online submission done on PIN that opens April 1st. The updates in your submission should include any advisor or officer changes, any roster changes, and any constitution changes. Submissions must come from a student leader of the organization. Once the student leader submits the re-registration, it will be reviewed by a member of our staff. It may be approved or denied to allow for edits. Please check the status of your submission in PIN. If your submission was denied, please resubmit as soon as possible. Also note that while we attempt to process submissions as quickly as we can, due to the volume of submissions, it may take up to 30 days to process your submission. The privileges of being an RSO on campus are that you get to be listed on the Panther Involvement Network, reserve meeting rooms and event spaces, petition for student activity fee or recreation services funding, reserve vehicles through our office, and promote and advertise your organization on campus. RSOs can lose their privileges by failing to renew by the deadline, failing to keep the PIN page current, having a delinquent financial status to the institution, misusing university funds, or violating the Student Code of Conduct. On your organization PIN profile, your RSO must list your organization's home campus. Your home campus is the campus that the majority of your members attend. Since we are consolidated as Georgia State University across all campuses, students enrolled on any of our campuses may join any RSO. Social fraternities and sororities are exempt from this rule, as members must be enrolled on the Atlanta campus. Official membership includes voting rights and eligibility to hold office. Only enrolled students are able to become official members of an RSO. RSOs may offer honorary membership to those who do not fit the criteria for official membership. Therefore, if your organization would like to allow those who are not students at Georgia State University to participate, your organization constitution must allow honorary or non-voting membership. RSOs interested in taking advantage of promoting on campus must follow the campus posting policy. Posters and flyers can only be displayed in the approved areas. This slide highlights places that are not approved. In order to post flyers in the Student Center or housing on the Atlanta campus, you must bring materials to the Events Management or Housing Office and they will post them for you. For areas outside of the Student Center, please make sure to adhere to the building's posting policy. On the Perimeter College campuses, all postings must be delivered to the Student Life Office and they will post them on the campus boards. Although student organizations are registered by the university, they are not official university entities. Due to this, student organizations are not allowed to use the official name or logo of Georgia State University in any way that implies that the university endorses their activities. Logos such as the Georgia State Flame or the official athletics logo cannot be used by RSOs without written express consent from the Public Relations and Marketing Communications Department. If your RSO does seek and get approval to use those logos, you must also file that in the Student Life Office. Further, when using the name or acronym of Georgia State University, no RSO may start their name with Georgia State University, GSU, or any other iteration of Georgia State. They can, however, use the names at the end of their organizations. For example, you would not be the Georgia State University PB&J Club. You would be the PB&J Club at Georgia State University. This training has covered many policies for RSOs, but not all of them. For a full list of RSO policies, you can use this quick reference guide for the Student Code of Conduct. To access the Code of Conduct, please visit codeofconduct.gsu.edu. Next, we will talk about finances. Firstly, no university funds can be used for fundraising, meaning organizations cannot use university funding to purchase goods that will be used for a fundraising event. The purpose for university funds is to support events. Additionally, any self-generated funds must be kept in an off-campus bank account. If your group is collecting dues or generating money through fundraising, it must be kept in an off-campus bank account. It is up to you to choose which banking institution to use. We do not advise any specific bank, but we've provided a list of some things you should consider when choosing where to do your student organization banking. You may always stop by our office if you need assistance. Please be aware that your group is not a tax-free organization unless you apply for 501c3 status with the IRS. It is a lengthy and expensive process, and it is not necessary unless your group plans on accepting large donations. As an RSO, you have access to resources to help fund your organization's operations. Each semester, all students pay a student activity fee, which is then distributed to RSOs and departments by the Student Activity Fee Committee, or the SAFC. The SAFC will set periodic deadlines, normally one per semester, for organizations to apply for funding. RSOs will be notified via email, and the deadlines will be posted on the homepage of PEN as they are set. When applications are open, RSOs will use the Finance tool in PEN, accessed through their PEN page management, to find and submit the application. All organizations that receive funding will receive additional training from a budget manager in the SAFC office. Registered sports clubs are able to apply for funding through recreation services at the beginning of each semester. To find out more information about the budget process for sports clubs, please contact compsports@gsu.edu. Now that we've covered the resources, policies, and procedures for student organizations, please be sure to contact us if you have any questions and stay connected with our office for additional opportunities. Stop by your Student Life office, or you can contact us by phone or email as listed on this slide. Thank you for your time and attention, and we hope you have a great day. Go Panthers!